Assalamualaikum. I'm Muhammad Takif bin Ghulam Hussein from class RCS 1104G.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Danish Afrik bin Nushisham from class RCS 1104G also.
And today we are going to explain and solve problem 2. So before we start, we are going to explain the basic meaning for mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. The mean is the sum of the values divided by the total number of values. For median, the median is the midpoint of the data array. The symbol for the median is MD.
Going on to the mode. So the mode is the value that occurs most often in a data set. And standard deviation is a quantity expressing by how much the members of a group differ from the mean value for the group. And as you can see, this is its formula.
As you can see, this is the problem 2 we have to solve, and the question is the following table gives the frequency distribution of the number of orders received each day during the past 50 days at the office of a mail order company. We have to find the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and we have to identify the shape of distribution. First, we have to find the mean. Step 1 is to get the midpoint of each classes. For class 10 to 12, the midpoint would be 11. For class 13 to 15, the midpoint is 14. For class 16 to 18, the midpoint is 17. And 19 to 21, the midpoint is 20. Step 2, we have to multiply each class midpoint by its frequency. For example, as you can see, it's 11 times 4 is 44, and so on. Step 3, we have to create the table to find the frequency times midpoint. Step 4, we have to find the total of frequency times midpoint and divide by total of frequency. As you can see the calculations, and we would get the mean is 16.64. Next, to find the mode. The mode is 16 to 18 since it has the largest frequency inside the table. Next, we have to apply the formula, and after we apply the formula and after we solve it, we would get the mode 17.2. Hence, the most number of orders received is on day 17.
Going on to the median. So the first step we need to do is to use the n over 2 formula so we can find the median class, where n is the cumulative frequency of the last class. Therefore, n over 2, which is equivalent to 50 over 2, will equal to 25. So we could conclude that the median class is 16 to 18. Now to the second step, we need to use this formula to find the median. As you can see, this is a calculation, and the median we got was 16.85. Going on to standard deviation. So step 1, first you need to create the table, and as you can see, there's a table. And then step 2, we need to find frequency times midpoint squared, which is this one. And we do that by multiplying frequency by the square of midpoint. As you can see, this is the calculation, and I've filled it up in the table here. Step 3, we got to find the total of each of the second column, which is frequency. Then the fourth column, which is frequency times midpoint. And then the fifth column, which is frequency times midpoint squared. And then we can use the data we got to substitute in the formula to get variance, which is this formula. And then the answer we got was 7.582. So the final step is to square root the variance to get standard deviation, which is 2.754. And going on to the final one, which is the shape of distribution. So the x-axis, we use the midpoints, and the frequency is a y-axis. And from this graph, we could conclude that it is negatively skewed, or in other words, left skewed. Okay, thank you, madam. That's all for our presentation.
Thank you, madam. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, madam.